So previously, we have completed our first part of payment success page. Now this is going to be one of the important lecture because now in this lecture, we are going to write multiple queries. So first thing, we will write the query logged in user ID. Then second, whatever cart items we are having for that user. Third, user orders, we are going to insert all the data, okay, whichever like invoice number, payment mode, payment is successful or not, everything we are going to insert inside this table, as well as we are going to insert order items inside the table. Once this entire thing is done, then from cart details for that particular user, whatever items we have added, that we are going to remove. So carefully, you have to follow all the steps. Now inside this try block, we're writing our entire logic. Below this verify payment signature, I'm just going to check for the condition. If not is set from session, I'm just going to access this session. If our username is not set, then here I'm just going to throw one error. I will be writing throw new exception. Okay, exceptions we have already handled here. You can see throw new exception, and inside this I will be passing user not found, or I will write user session not found, close with semicolon, and then also pass this slash. So in this way, if user is not set, we are going to throw this error. Below this, if we are having, okay, if this username is set, paste this entire value to assign to one variable username. Then what I will do, using this username, I'm just going to ask user ID from user table. Write the query statement. I will be passing connection method. I'm going to write select user ID from user table where username is equal to placeholder. Next, we have to bind, copy, paste, bind param, username is string, and with what value I have to bind? I have to bind with this variable. I will copy and paste. Next, I'm just going to execute. So below this, I will create one variable user ID. Then whatever execution I have done, I'm just going to access that result. Statement get result, and inside I will be writing fetch. It is going to give me array. From there, what I will access? I will only access user ID. Okay, first query for selecting the user ID. Next, using this user ID, whatever items we are having inside details table, that we are going to access. Cart details items. Create the same variable. Statement is equal to, I'm writing connection, prepare method, select C dot product ID, then C dot quantity, then P dot product price from cart details table, and in short, I will be passing C. Then I'm just going to join with products table. So I will be writing products P, both product ID from cart details, copy, paste, should be equal to P dot product ID. Directly I cannot pass this. I should also write the where clause. Inside this cart details, we are having user ID is equal to this placeholder. And then we have already accessed the user ID. So now we are just going to bind. Same thing I will copy, and below this I will be pasting. User ID is nothing but integer, and in place of username, I'm just going to bind with this user ID. Then I have done execution. Here I will be writing cart items. Directly I'm just going to get the result. Here I will check for the condition. If my cart items, suppose if I am not having any items, then we are simply going to show some message to user. Same thing, I will copy num rows. If it is equal to 0, let me write double equal to, let me just write here content is equal to double quotes close. I will be writing one h3 class danger. Inside this, I will write no items found in your cart. After making the payment, if the user is coming inside the page, then in some cases, this error will be shown. Now, same thing copy, cut it from here, and inside this I'm just going to paste the num rows. If I am not having any items inside the cart, then this message will be shown to user. Else, I will be creating one variable total amount. Initially, I will assign the value 0. Next, I will be writing total products. And here I am having total product. How many items we are having, that count we are going to show here. And here I will be writing temp cart items. Okay, later on I will be telling you why we have created this. And for this, as of now, I'm just going to assign as empty array. Currently, we are not having any information. So that is the reason I'm assigning as empty array. Now I can have multiple items. So I will be using this while loop. Row is equal to cart items. Copy this. Here I will be pasting cart items. Now here I'm just going to update my total amount. And how I can update my total amount? We have already accessed this product price as well as I am having this quantity. I'm just going to multiply, and whatever total amount I am having, I will be adding. So I will write plus equal to row, and inside this I'm just going to paste. Then I will be writing multiplication row, and inside this I will be passing this quantity. So whatever price we are having, for example, product 1 price is 100 and I have ordered 2 quantity. So 100 multiplied by 2, I will be having 200. Then next, total products. Okay, just take your time and think how we can calculate this total products. So basically what we will do, each and every time we are just going to add this quantity. So for first product, I am having quantity as 2. 2 will be added. For second product, quantity as 1. So 1 will be added. So 2 plus 1, 3. So in that way, we are going to store total products. Then whatever complete row, okay, basically complete cart information we are having, that will be stored inside. So this entire value, we are just going to assign to this variable. Temp cart items is equal to row. Okay. Now for that particular user, whatever cart item we are having, that is assigned to this 10 cart items. I will just create one variable invoice number. From my end, I'm just going to create this. Starting, I just want to prefix with INV. Then I'm just going to use this string to upper function, and inside this I will be passing unique ID. So what this unique ID function will be doing, each and every time it is just going to generate one unique ID, and whatever number we are going to get here, prefix, we will have INV. Status, so here by default I will be passing completed. We have reached successfully, we have completed the payment. Next we are having payment mode, and inside this currently we only integrated razor pay. If you want, you can go more deeper. You can write cash on delivery, or you can select UPI cards. Okay, whatever you want, you can mention. Now, once I have all this information, what I will do, this complete information, I will be storing inside user orders table. So this is the third query. Insert in user orders. Create this variable connection, prepare method, and inside this, I'm just going to write insert into my table name is orders. Open this, go to database and paste. Next, what I will do, let me just copy this complete thing, and inside this I'm just going to paste order ID. I do not need, remove this. Then I am having amount due, then this invoice number, remove all these extra spaces. Total product, payment ID we have already accessed. Then we have this payment mode. Order date we do not need. When this order is submitted, date will be stored automatically. Order status I do not need as of now, so I'm just going to remove. Then here I will be putting values, and inside this I have to pass question mark, or for order ID, amount due, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So in total I need 7 question marks. 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Next, what we have to do, we have to bind this. Come here, copy. Below this, I will be pasting. User ID is integer, decimal. and rest all the data is varchar. So here I will be writing 5s. User ID is stored inside this user ID variable. Amount due we have stored inside this total amount. Then next we are having invoice number, copy variable, and here I will be pasting. Then total products, here I will be pasting. Then we have this payment ID. Payment ID we have stored inside ZP payment ID. I will copy, and inside this I'm just going to paste. Next I am having payment mode, copy. Here I will paste. Next order status, I will copy, and here I'm just going to paste. Once this is done, I'm just going to execute, copy, and below this I will be pasting. Then important step, what I will do, whichever item is inserted in this user order, that particular, okay, basically last inserted order ID I'm just going to access. And how we can access? Here I will create this order ID variable. Order ID is equal to, from this statement I'm just going to access this insert ID. Okay, basically last inserted items order ID we are accessing. Now below this I will be writing another query. Create this variable is equal to connection prepare, and inside this will pass, let me just copy, and here I will be pasting. Insert into order items, come to order items table. Now you can see we are having order ID here. We have access last inserted order ID. Next we are having this product ID, copy, order ID, product ID, copy, paste, price. Rest all the data I'm going to remove. So inside order items, we will insert order ID, product ID, quantity and price. And in total, we need 4 question marks. But inside this user orders have multiple items. If the user has added 5 items, then 5 will be stored here. Now what we will do, that all 5 items we are going to access. So here I will be writing for each loop. Directly I cannot bind for each, and where I am having all my data, my entire data is stored inside this temp item cards as row. Now from here I'm just going to calculate price. Here I will be writing row. Then I'm just going to write product price multiplied by product quantity. So here I will be passing quantity. Now here I'm just going to do binding, bind param, and inside this first order ID, product ID is integer, quantity is integer, but price double. Where we are having our order ID is present inside this variable. Directly from this row, I will access product ID. Next, we are having quantity. Again, I will copy. Okay, let me just do this. And inside this, I will be pasting. Then we price. Then below this, I'm just going to execute, copy, paste this one, and then I'm just going to execute. We are having one more query. Doing all this, what we have to do, whatever data we are having card details, we have to delete that data for that particular user. So here, let me just write the last query. Below this, I will be writing statement equal to variable prepare, and inside this, I will write delete from card details where user ID is equal to question mark. Then I will be binding, just copy. Here I will paste. Let me write statement, copy and paste. Bind param. User ID is nothing but integer. User ID we have stored inside this variable. I will copy, and inside this I'm just going to paste. Then finally we are just going to execute this query. I hope you are clear till here. Just watch this video 2-3 times. Still, if you're having doubt, you can ask your doubts in comment section, and together we can resolve all the issues.